not too much wind. That should be able to hear me in this recording. So, as you can see, I'm sitting on the beach, and look at that beach. Isn't it incredible? So I left here this morning, the place I was up in the mountains, and I left about after 7, I think. It's a 2-hour drive down to here, and I drove down. I stopped off on the way in Huelva, or whatever it was called, in an Aldi store actually, and really much nicer than the Aldi stores at home. A really wonderful store, and I got a few more supplies, some fresh rolls, lovely crispy rolls. I'm going to have some food now in a minute. And I gave Bolero a wash, so you can see her. She's looking, I think, blended, all shiny again, all looking gorgeous. Yeah, when you've got an old van, you got to keep it looking clean, so you don't look like a complete crock. So I went out for a walk and came down, had a cup of tea, and I went for a walk on the beach. I'm not sure how long this beach is. I did 9 a big K, and I just said enough because actually the tide was coming in and it was pushing me up onto the soft sand, so it wasn't great walk in the soft sand. So I said enough. I only did 9k, but I'm sure you could do I don't know, geez, I'm sure the beach itself must be 9 or 10k long. It's quite incredible, and nobody here, I mean nobody here has been an exaggeration. You can see where I'm parked. So I'm parked here on the right beside the beach, and you can see there other camper vans and caravans and so on parked the whole way down there, and off down the end, right down the end there, where you see the mast there sticking up, that little mast there, that's a restaurant, and there's a restaurant there, a lovely little restaurant actually, quite expensive I thought. I looked at the menu, and I suppose it's a beachfront property and sort of pays for that if you want to sit and look at the waves and sip your glass of white wine. But anyway, so I got here and had my walk, and on the way in the walk, so as I said, the tide is coming in, so I did my walk. I walked up the beach and went out on this sort of big long loop, sort of big curve, and then when I started to come across on the curve, the pond that had been in the middle of sea had now become part of the sea. The tide was coming in. I said, well, I'll wade across. I had my ordinary shorts on, my running shorts, and I started to wade across. I was up to here. I had my bag up above my head like this. I was sure I was going to slip and get my phone and get everything in, and my money, my wallet, and everything into the water. But I managed to grip the sand with my toes. I was burying my toes in the sand, trying to push against the current, and I got across the other end and came down. So a lovely walk, really nice. And I'm going to make myself a bite to eat now. It's about 1:40. I'm going to make myself a bite to eat now, and I'm going to sit and read the afternoon. I'm going to stay here tonight, and I'm not going to do another walk. That's the only walk I'm going to do today. You can see here they're doing some work over there on the demolishing a bit of the restaurant that was there beside me. I think they're building a new terrace actually, is what they're going to do. But I'm not going to walk in today, I think, and just read for the afternoon, and then stay here tonight, and then decide tomorrow. I want to do. There's a few big walks here in the sand dunes, and you can see them here. And yeah, so I might go and do one of those in the morning, and I might stay here again tomorrow night. I don't know. It depends how I feel. I could go up to Seville tomorrow evening and park up close to the place where we're getting the work done, or drive up in the morning on a Friday morning early, which is probably easier. So that's sort of it. There's really very little to report today. I may not do a video on this. I don't think I'll do a video on this today. There's not a lot to say. I think I'll wait and do tomorrow as well, and combine the two of them into one. So I'll probably be talking to you tomorrow. Cheers. Hey guys, So it is 7:15 on Wednesday evening, and as you can see, I got some sun. What a spectacular day here. I hung out on the beach pretty much all the day after my walk, and I sunbathed and I swam, and I had an absolutely wonderful time. And then I had dinner. I fried up one of my burgers. I don't think they're pork burgers, actually. I fried up one of my burgers and I stuffed it in one of the rolls I got with some salad. Lovely. A few glasses of wine. And then I wandered up to, I'm going to show you for a second, demolishing the restaurant up from me. In fact, they've demolished half and they're about to demolish the other half of it. So I wandered up for a look, and I met the guy and his wife who own it. And in fact, she'd come down earlier looking for a light for her cigarette from me. So she came into the van, she sat down, she puffed away inside the van. But anyway, I went up to have a look, and it was them. I didn't realise she was from there. So I chatted to the two of them, and lovely couple. A bit mafia style, you know. I'm not quite sure what the man was carrying a stiletto knife, that is. So, but they were lovely, and they gave me 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of triple sec. It's an aniseed-based drink that should kill you. I mean, absolutely freaking kill you. You couldn't drink the stuff. So I came back down. I chatted to them, had a glass of wine. It was lovely. And I came back down. There was a Spanish couple next to me in a caravan. I asked them if they drank, and I said, "Here, have this. Go and kill yourselves." So, a spectacular day, wonderful day. And then I had dessert. I had some of Niall and Claire's. They preserved pears. They pickled these pears in a jar. They gave me a jar of them. I had maybe 3 or 4 of them with some yogurt and some mixed seeds and nuts. I feel like a new man. I'll tell you something. I mean, I get into this beach life thing very, very, very easily. So as you can see, I've had a couple of glasses of wine. I'm in great form. And I think I'm going to stay here, hang around again tomorrow. Lying on the beach, go have a big walk. See if I can find a big walk. Maybe a 15, 20k, a 20k walk. A proper walk. It's on the flat, so it'll be easy. And just go out and do a really nice long walk in the morning. Come back and then just bum around the beach for the day. And do a bit of swimming. And then Friday go up to Seville and get my camper solar panel repaired or replaced. And get the water pump repaired. So yeah, all is good, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm really enjoying this place. Now, having said that, not a lot of company, so this is different. Being in the camper van is quite different from being on the bike. On the bike, you sort of pull up somewhere and everybody talks to you. It's really sort of weird. In the camper van, you're sort of solitary. It's a little bit different. You're not sort of pitching your tent and chatting to the neighbours and all that kind of stuff. You pull up somewhere, everybody's sort of doing their own thing. 99% of them are couples, so they don't really want a single guy hanging around. I don't see any single people really they can talk to. I mean, I love the van. The van has been a great success, despite the crippling cost of it and all the madness that's gone into it and all the things that went wrong with it. It's actually lovely. The fact that you have your bed and you can just go to sleep and you have your water. You don't need a lot, and you've got your cooker. You need very, very simple things. It's amazing how little you actually need to have a good time. I'm here now and I'm parked up here. You can see Bolero there beside me. I'm parked up there and I cooked my food and I have my fridge is working. I go to bed tonight. I'll sleep well. I'll leave the window open, listen to the waves, get a great night's sleep and hang out tomorrow. I mean, honestly, you need so bloody little. It's incredible. Anyway, talk to you tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Well, good morning, guys. And as you can see, it's another spectacular day here on the Mediterranean coast. We're started on the Mediterranean coast. I'm not quite sure what we are, Mediterranean or Atlantic. But I'm sitting here, as you can see, partially in the shade because it's about 23-24 degrees. Not a cloud, well there is actually, I was going to say not a cloud in the sky, there's one cloud up there. So it is, I don't know, about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I'm just back from my walk. I did a 12k loop, you can see it here, and yeah, it wasn't great. It was what it was. As a walk of many parts, I suppose probably the best way to describe it. The first piece here was along a concrete path following the road in as far as the town, and then sort of through an urban area, past hotels and apartment blocks and whatever, and then out through an industrial area which is really grotty, and then onto a path, concrete path that turned into a dirt path with some boardwalk along by the estuary, and then eventually sort of a loop back around and in. The second part of the walk, the piece up by the estuary, was nice enough. It was flat, it was lots of shade, pine trees, so it was okay, it was nice enough. The rest was pretty ugly, and an awful lot of litter. And I'm really sort of shocked actually. I've never seen so much litter anywhere around Spain. I mean, everywhere you go there is everything from plastic bottles to Coca-Cola bottles to builders' rubble dumped in pile on the side of the road, and to everybody going to loo obviously up in the sand dunes. I mean, it is a mass of human feces and toilet paper. The place is actually really grotty, really dirty. Like here on the beach is beautiful, and once you leave the beach and you head away from it all, it's really, really grotty. Now the town itself is nice, but it's sort of interesting. I hadn't expected that of Spain, to be really honest with you. I thought, I've never really seen any dirt in Spain, not like this kind of dirt, just rubbish dumped everywhere. So I'm sort of surprised at that, but it is what it is, I suppose, and what can you do? So that was my walk. I was sunbathing all day yesterday here, and swimming in the sea. I just had a dip when I came back from my run. I went for a dip in the ocean, and you can see where it is. It's all of 50 meters from me, and I'm literally parked on the beach. I'm probably going to hang around. This is a lovely spot just to chill. So I think I'm probably going to hang around here today and swim a bit, read, take it easy. I have to go up to Seville, as you know, tomorrow to get the job done in the van, the new solar panel to replace the one that came off, and get my water pump and my sink fixed. And I think I'll go up in the morning. I think I'll stay here and go up in the morning. I think it's probably the easiest. I slept well last night. The area is really, even though the road going right past us there behind me, there's no traffic at night time, there's nobody around, very quiet. Yeah, slept well, very relaxed. I could hear the waves crashing in, which is sort of lovely, and put me off to sleep. So that's sort of it. That's my update. After Seville, I'm going to sort of plan today. I'm not quite sure where I'm going after Seville on Friday evening. So I'm going to do a bit of planning now today and see like where will I go. Will I come back down the coast, or I go to the mountains? I'll go back to the mountains for the next few days, and then come back down the coast again and do like up and down of that, bit of variety. So that's sort of the plan. I was watching the weather in Ireland, and pretty grim. So I'm glad I'm here, and I'm thinking of you all. Cheers guys.